If you're driving alone and you notice the same black sedan behind you for more than 30 minutes, do not, under any circumstances, pull over because once you stop, it never leaves. Most people think this is just another internet horror story, a creepy legend, shared by bored people looking for attention. I used to think the same thing, until last October. My name is Daniel Carter. I've been a long-haul truck driver for almost 14 years. I've driven through storms, blizzards, deserts, and roads so empty you could drive for an hour without seeing another pair of headlights. Nothing scared me anymore. Or at least, that's what I believed. It happened on Highway 47, a road that cuts through hundreds of miles of forest. No gas stations, no towns, no houses, just trees, darkness, and endless asphalt. I left Kansas a little after midnight. My delivery was due in Denver before sunrise. The weather forecast said there was a chance of light rain. Instead, the sky exploded. Rain hit my windshield so hard, the wipers could barely keep up. Lightning flashed every few seconds. The road disappeared behind a wall of water. I slowed down to 50 miles an hour. Then, I noticed headlights behind me. Nothing unusual. Another driver, probably trying to reach the next town before the storm got worse. I kept driving. 5 minutes passed. The headlights stayed exactly the same distance behind me. 10 minutes. Still there. 15 minutes. Not closer, not farther away. Exactly the same. I checked my mirrors again. It was a black sedan. Older model. No visible license plate. Its headlights looked strangely dim. Almost yellow. I changed lanes. The sedan changed lanes. I slowed down. It slowed down. I accelerated. It accelerated. That's when I started feeling uncomfortable. Not afraid. Just watched. Like someone was studying every move I made. I picked up my CB radio. Black sedan behind me. You planning to pass? Only static answered. I tried again. Nothing. No voice. No breathing. Just static. Then, a loud burst of interference exploded through the speaker. I almost dropped the microphone. The radio went completely silent. My GPS suddenly lost signal. The dashboard clock reset itself. 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Again, and again, and again. I reached for my phone. No service. That didn't make sense. This highway usually had at least one bar. Lightning flashed across the forest. For less than a second, I saw someone sitting inside the sedan. The driver's face. Didn't move. Didn't blink. Didn't even look at the road. He was staring directly at me. Through the rain. Through the darkness. As if he had been waiting for me. Another flash. The sedan was gone. I looked in every mirror. Nothing. Only rain. Only darkness. I laughed to myself. Maybe I was just tired. Maybe the storm was getting into my head. I turned the radio back on, static. Then, a calm male voice, barely louder than a whisper. Don't stop. The signal disappeared immediately. I looked around. There were no other vehicles, no police, no trucks, no lights, just me and the storm. I should have listened, because less than 5 minutes later, I saw someone standing in the middle of the highway. The man didn't move, not even an inch. Rain poured over him. His clothes were completely soaked. Yet, he stood perfectly still, right in the middle of Highway 47. I slammed on the brakes. The truck came to a violent stop. For a moment, everything was silent, except the rain. I reached for my flashlight. My hands were shaking. I opened the driver's door. Cold air rushed inside. The road was empty. The man had vanished. There were no footprints, no broken branches, nothing, just wet asphalt. I slowly walked forward. Every instinct told me to get back inside the truck, but curiosity, is a dangerous thing. I stopped exactly where the man had been standing. Then I noticed something. Fresh tire marks. 2 long black lines. As if a car had stopped there only seconds before. They led into the forest. Not onto a road. Not onto a trail. Straight into the trees. That wasn't possible. No car could drive through that forest. The trees were too dense. I aimed my flashlight between the branches. At first, I saw nothing. Then, 2 headlights appeared, far inside the woods. They weren't moving. They were watching me. My heartbeat exploded. I stepped backward. The headlights turned on. The engine started. I couldn't see the car, only the lights. Then, they began moving, slowly, toward me. Not around the trees, through them. Branches snapped. Leaves shook violently. But I still couldn't see the vehicle, only the headlights, coming closer, closer, closer. I ran. I jumped back into my truck, locked every door, started the engine. The headlights emerged from the forest. It was the same black sedan, not a single scratch, not a single branch caught beneath it, as if the forest had opened for it. It stopped beside the road. Its driver's window slowly rolled down. Inside, the same man sat behind the wheel, pale skin, empty eyes, expressionless. He slowly lifted one hand, not waving, pointing, directly, at the passenger seat beside me. I turned. The seat was empty. When I looked back, the sedan was gone. No sound, no tire marks, nothing. My dashboard suddenly lit up. Unknown device connected. I frowned. My truck didn't have Bluetooth. The radio switched on by itself. A woman's voice, soft, broken, barely audible. If he points at you, don't look away. I froze. Then, the voice screamed, "He's inside!" The radio died. Every light inside the truck went out. The engine stalled. Complete darkness. I could barely breathe. Outside, I heard slow footsteps. 1, 2, 3. They circled the truck. Never too fast, never too slow. Like someone enjoying the fear. A heavy knock echoed against the trailer. Then another. Then another. Metal groaned. Something was walking around my truck, smiling, waiting. I reached for my phone. Still, no signal. Then the dashboard camera switched on by itself. The screen showed the road behind me. Nothing. Rain. Fog. Then, a dark figure stepped into the frame. Not outside. Inside my trailer. The figure, didn't move. It simply stood there, perfectly still. Inside my trailer, the dashboard camera was still recording. I grabbed my flashlight, opened the trailer door, and shined the light inside. Nothing. The trailer was completely empty. Every pallet was exactly where it should have been. I checked every corner. Nothing. I looked back at the dashboard screen. The figure was still there, standing exactly where I had just been, watching me, slowly. It raised one hand and pointed toward the front of my truck. I turned immediately. The black sedan was parked only a few feet away. Its headlights were off. Its engine was silent. The driver's door slowly opened. A man stepped out, tall, wearing a long black coat. His face looked pale, almost gray. His eyes, completely empty. He didn't walk. He simply stood there, looking directly at me. Then, he smiled. It wasn't a normal smile. It was too wide, too still, as if he had forgotten how humans smiled. He spoke only once. "You stopped." His voice sounded wrong, like several voices speaking at the same time. Old, young, male, female, all together. The air around me suddenly became freezing cold. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. The man slowly raised his hand. Behind him, The rear door of the black sedan opened by itself. Inside, I saw people, dozens of them, sitting silently. Their faces were pale. Their eyes stared straight ahead. None of them blinked. One of them slowly turned toward me. It was me, wearing the same jacket, the same cap, the same frightened face. I stumbled backward, closed my eyes. When I opened them again, the sedan was gone. The road was empty. Morning sunlight broke through the trees. Birds were singing. The storm had disappeared. Everything felt normal. A highway patrol officer found me sitting beside my truck. He asked if I was injured. I told him everything, every single detail. He remained silent. Then he asked one question. What color was the sedan? I answered, black. The officer slowly lowered his head. Without saying a word, he walked to his patrol car, opened the trunk, and handed me an old newspaper. The front page showed a photograph, a black sedan, the exact same car. The headline read, 8 missing drivers, no survivors, case closed. The date, October 17th, 1989. I looked up. The officer was gone. His patrol car was gone too. Only the newspaper remained in my hands. I looked down one last time. The headline had changed. Now it read, 9 missing drivers. There was a new photograph, the black sedan, and standing beside it was me. If you're driving alone and you ever notice the same black sedan behind you for more than 30 minutes, don't speed up, don't slow down, and whatever you do, never stop. Because once you do, you become part of the next photograph.